Here we go. Northside versus Southside, round one. Welcome to the CHGO Crosstown Showdown pregame show presented by PointsBet. Use the promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Luke Stuckmeyer and Cody Delmendo representing the Cubs side, and our man Herb Lawrence representing the White Sox as we get ready for the first of 4 games this year with the Cubs and White Sox. And Herb, before we talk, I want to get started with a peace offering.
Okay.
A gift of kindness, a gift of let's be teammates.
Okay.
I went in my parents' basement.
Cool.
A couple weeks ago. And proof that I once rooted for the White Sox as well. Both teams in town. I was one that probably makes me a fraud to some people. I have a 1983 Win and Ugly White Sox pennant for your set.
83. Oh, that's perfect right there.
That's right.
I was alive back then, but I was not a fan of the 83s, and I still don't like the uniforms. But
can you see the tack? The tack is there, so that was hanging on my wall.
I can't believe you still have it. And
I was 11.
My parents keep
condition. Everything. They keep everything.
Goodness gracious!
It literally looks like it would look like that in '83.
Look at this thing. You guys could see that. That's beautiful.
Now you got something for your Sox, CHGO Sox postgame shows.
Yes, we do. I mean, I know all White Sox fans besides me like those 83 uniforms. I see my man Harold Baines in here.
I went to a couple games
in here. Man, mercy. I tell you what. Tony La Russa right in the middle.
Actually, the print on it is you see the difference between stuff in 83 and 2022. You can't really make out faces.
No, I'm trying.
Like they're just sort of blurred together on a pennant.
You can always make out Harold Baines.
Yeah, he's the one guy I could pick out.
Yeah, and of course Tony in the middle. So I appreciate
like
that. Number 10,
left.
Tony La Russa.
There it is.
And guys, he's not here to accept the gift, but Sean is watching the show.
Nice.
He's commenting. He says, "Hi, friends."
He also says, "Looks great, Luke. I'll bring my Seiya Sosa fathead in for you." So.
Oh, that would be nice. We could put it on one of the beams or something. Or
let's put it up.
Wall.
Do you guys know who Sammy Sosa is still?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Let's say because most Cub fans don't. They forgot about him.
Oh,
well. The owners forgot about it. The fans have not forgotten about Sammy Sosa.
Anyone who's against Sammy is on my shit list. Let's just start the show.
I agree. And we can jump an off point right there. I mean, I know we're going to be talking about trades. We got some real trades between these teams, and I think we've got the advantage lately. But you guys had the advantage early, though.
Yeah, I mean, if we go way back, I mean, there's a bunch of them, but you go back, Ron Santos, Steve Stone trade 73. Steve Trout went to the Cubs with Warren Brewster for Scott Fletcher, Pat Tabler, Dick Tidrow, Randy Martz. I'd say the Cubs won that because Steve Trout was a big part of their 84 Cub team.
Yes, he was. And Scott Fletcher, I believe, is the father-in-law of Gordon Beckham.
Yes, that is correct. And George Bell, Sammy Sosa, Ken Patterson, 92. That's the biggest one.
That one hurts. See, that's the one I can argue about that you guys have won so bigly. Like, bigly. You won that one. And since we've won a one back, like the Eloy and the Cease one that you're going to get to, that one is like through the roof because George Bell for the White Sox was not great. And we all know what Sammy Sosa did for the Cubs.
Yeah.
Pretty much made the Cubs the juggernaut of attendance that they are now. If you look at Sammy Sosa's Cub career and look at the attendance, it goes up with his production. So thank you to Sammy Sosa for being a great Cub and the Ricketts for never recognizing that he was such.
And honorable mention in trades, by the way, we also have now Len Casper, Steve Stone over there as broadcaster. What about Harry Carey flipping sides?
We got Darren Jackson, too, but I know that was more of a...
Bill Veeck kind of traded teams, too.
He did. Yeah, you guys got Harry Carey. That's huge. Harry Carey and Sammy Sosa is the thing you can put on your mantle rather. You don't like Harry Carey?
No, I like Harry Carey. I mean, I was very young.
Holy
when
cow,
Harry
how can you not like Harry
there.
Carey?
I just want to say that all of the good ones for the Cubs happened like
before
when I was very small and like maybe not even existing, except for Sosa. That I was definitely alive. But all of the bad has happened since I became an adult, and I am dead inside.
No.
Yeah, he's right.
You guys have won the Craig Kimbrell, Nick Magical, Cody Hoyer thing.
I think there's still. I think
you're gonna give him the win.
I'll get you guys the win.
I'll take your W, but like there's still time to be played out because you can also like, what if AJ Pollock goes on to help the Sox win the World Series?
Yeah, it's good that Nick Magical eventually turned to AJ Pollock, but if we're doing head-to-head trades, Craig Kimbrell was terrible for the White Sox. You still have Cody Hoyer, who pitched well for the Cubs last year. He's out for this season with Tommy John. Nick Madrigal's hitting 200 right now, but I know Mr. 3,000 hits will eventually get his stuff going, and maybe this series will see the real Nick Madrigal because he's not this bad of a hitter. When he got traded, I was one of the people that was like, thank Jesus, because I don't like Nick Madrigal, but I know the guy's going to hit. His hit tool is undeniable and will play at the major league level. He will be a fan favorite by the time he leaves the Cubs. I put that down on it right now.
The Cubs can't lose the Kimbrel trade because they didn't give anything up. They got him to play well for a short period of time, long enough to convince the White Sox that he was good still, and then they got some prospects. Well, if the prospects don't work out, if Cody Hoyer never recovers for some reason, it's still not a loss. Like, you didn't give anything up that was super valuable to your franchise. Now, the Quintana Cease Eloy trade is the one that hurts right now, but I think Cubs fans should have known that it hurt even then.
Yeah.
You know, because, and for me, it always has been Cease.
Yeah.
It never was Eloy. Not that Eloy isn't a great player. He's a great hitter. There wasn't a spot for him on that team with Schwarber in left field anyway.
And I think Soler was in front of him too.
Yeah,
and he didn't even have a spot on the Cubs.
And they only brought him into the franchise to move him. The same as Torres.
Yeah.
You know, both guys, they knew they were going to just ship somewhere else.
Exactly.
And so, again, but it's when you watch Cease pitch like he did the other night.
Especially with the Cubs situation they're in now with their rotation.
Tough.
Yeah. You didn't even really miss Cease the last couple years because he had control problems, command issues, walked a lot of guys in his first couple years with the Sox, but it seems like he's finally coming into, you know, a top of the rotation type arm, which, you know, as a baseball fan, I'm happy for him.
And I'm always team Jose Quintana. And I wish the White Sox, pitching well now in Pittsburgh, I wish the White Sox can look at him as a fifth starter. I know that White Sox fans are enthralled with Vince Velasquez and garbage like that. No, bring my man home. Bring him home. He can't be in Pittsburgh anymore. He's struggling out there. Bring him all home so we could say thanks, Cubs, in unison.
Rusty Cole says he'll take Steve Stone and Benetti for another 20 years. Best broadcasting team in baseball. Steve is a great color analyst, always has been. Cy Cease from Benetti. Edgar, like that. And, hey, Ravi points out that Cease looks like a 1920s ball player. Really, that mustache is really turning. He looks like he should be in a barbershop quartet, right?
Yes, I think Vinny Duber has inspired that mustache. Cease had to see him the last couple of years. Like, man, takes a lot of confidence to have that mustache. And I look at his articles; they look great. So you know what? I'm gonna grow me a mustache, and you see the results. Process over results, but look at that beautiful mustache.
That is
Look at
nice.
my man. Look at he's smiling, having a good time, bro. It's sick.
Shove is a verb.
Playing a little disc hockey, yeah, or disc golf, yeah. It's great, brother. Now he's Hulk Hogan. But look at him; he's very happy. I think overall, if we're gonna judge by how great Sammy Sosa is,
yeah,
it's probably even overall because that greatness of Sammy Sosa, his whole Cub career, will probably be the equal of whatever Eloy and Cease do in their White Sox career.
Right. And so far they haven't they've done well against the Cubs, but they've won one playoff game, right? Like they still need to prove it this year. But you mentioned Quintana. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Cody.
I was just going to say for me now, obviously that trade forever is going to hurt me. But when I look back at it now, I think the thing that hurts the most is that the Cubs probably didn't need to give up both Cease and Eloy for Quintana.
Thank you.
And because a lot of Cubs fans will look at, why didn't they go get Verlander? Well, I don't know if Verlander would have turned his career around with the Cubs after what the Astros stuff that came out, and all across the league, honestly, but mainly with the Astros. I don't know if he would have done that with the Cubs, but with Quintana was solid. He just never lived up to number one, number two rotation guy in the rotation. But that's really what hurts me the most is that you probably didn't need to give up. You probably could have given up Cease or Eloy and then throw in some mid-level ones, and I would be okay with it because the Cubs, they got hot right after the All-Star break 2017. And the Cubs went from maybe not even making a move to like, oh, we're in, we're buying, we got to get this team to the postseason. And they went to the NLCS. Quintana helped them get there. You can't deny that. It's just after 2017, it was very meh from him.
Yeah. Sean pointed out, by the way, how many playoff games did Sammy win? Like 6? Nobody saved baseball.
Yeah. He saved baseball, yeah.
The whole
saved the whole
sport.
game.
Saved baseball.
And also after 9/11, the flag, that's a great moment,
good moment.
bringing out the flag to right field.
Sean's so young. He don't know, man.
Kissing to his mama. I'm a fan of Sammy Sosa. I don't care what you Cub fans do. I'm a fan of him. Cork bat or not, that man was great. Y'all knew he was doing steroids back then. Now you're all like,
that is right.
I'm all for bringing steroids back, man. Steroids make me a fan of baseball.
Make me sick.
So you mentioned Quintana, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking right now both teams are off to the same record. That's way worse news for the White Sox because they think they have a shot at the World Series, which I would agree with that. The Cubs are rebuilding, but saying they're not rebuilding. Mm-hmm. And so let's talk about yesterday on the Cubs podcast, I came up with a few trades that I wanted to run by you, and I know you'll probably shoot them down, but maybe we can find a common ground.
And Sean is in the comments too. So, Sean, you want to participate in this and override me or veto me or second my opinion?
Yeah, he says Cease and Eloy saved baseball in his opinion.
That's enough.
All right, so
Yikes.
Here's the first one I came up with. Stroman wasn't off to a great start.
Yep.
One of the things you guys absolutely need is another starting pitcher.
Indeed.
Can we agree on that?
100%, yes.
Marcus Stroman is a proven starter.
I agree.
Healthy every year.
He seems to have turned it around the last 2 starts after, pitching in Colorado, some cold weather issues. Here's what I want back if I'm the Cubs. I want Vaughn and Crochet.
Okay. I've already hung up.
But I'm kind of comparing it to Cease and Eloy for Quintana.
Right.
I mean, Marcus Stroman's every bit of Jose Quintana.
Cool. I've hung up already, but yes, keep on going.
No, that's it. That's all I want. And then,
all right, yeah.
And then I have another trade to follow that up. That you also need a left-handed bat. Is that the other big need?
I mean, we need a lot of left-handed bats, but yes.
Okay. What about Ian Happ for Vaughn?
Okay, I've already hung up too.
All right. So now that's been vetoed by Sean as well. So now I thought you guys might veto that, even though I don't think they're as.
I'll give you Ricky Vaughn.
They're a little crazy.
Is this your bad offer to set up the better offer?
Yeah, I'm playing good cop, bad cop. Although I don't think they're that outrageous. The pitcher's hurt, and the other guy is a hitting prospect, just like Eloy.
Yes,
so now I can solve both your problems.
Cool.
I can give you Marcus Stroman and Ian Happ, who's off to one of the best starts in baseball.
Yep.
Switch hitter, left-handed power.
I'm in.
Still young.
Got to hear who the other side is.
Just give us Vaughn.
All right, I'm out. I'm out. I give you Gavin Sheets. You enjoy that?
Gavin Sheets and Crochet?
No, just Gavin Sheets.
Out.
We're out.
You're out?
Yeah, because I think Stroman has way more value just by himself, even if you just take him to the trade deadline.
Yeah,
I mean, you get him for a couple years.
But we could save your season.
See, this is the thing, though, with the White Sox. Marcus Stroman's already called our manager racist. I'm not saying he's wrong. And he would not want to play for our manager.
I think Stroman actually said, I will never play for Tony La Russa.
All right.
So
literally tweeted
that's going to be tough for that to happen.
What if we substituted Kyle?
But if we can do the whole thing where he comes over and Tony La Russa leaves, that might be addition by subtraction.
That's a later trade. No.
Sean is countered with Vince Vaughn going back to the Cubs.
Sean says he'd give up Crochet, but he's not interested in Stroman. Crochet.
I'm not interested in Stroman.
All right.
Stop
So
it.
what if
Stop it.
that trade was Kyle Hendricks and Ian Happ for Vaughn?
No, we're not trading Vaughn unless it is like Tatis or it's gonna be Vlad Jr. We might think about it for Mike Trout, but that 4 strikeouts really soured me on it yesterday. Vaughn's the truth. Apparently Tony doesn't know this, and he's hurt forever. He got a hit on Friday, and everybody's like, he's day to day. He's not playing today again. It's so disappointing. They keep on doing this. Same thing with Robert when he got hurt a couple weeks ago. He was out forever, day to day, and then eventually he played. So I just wish they would play Vaughn every single day. People stop calling unless they're offering big-time players.
Oh, see, Sean, I like this. This is what I call wheeling and dealing.
Sean?
I would do Hendricks for Crochet and Berger.
Wow, Sean, you're giving away the farm.
I don't think that's a crazy deal.
What a
I
jerk.
like it.
Because my next trade offer, my final offer was David Ross for Jake Berger.
No, he can't hit anymore.
All I hear is Sox
ever.
fans complain about your manager.
Yeah.
Our manager is terrible. He's actively losing us games. I'm usually a manager that don't matter in wins and losses, but this guy sucks. I guess Sean is the leader of our team. He is the host of CHGO White Sox. We'll do Kyle Hendricks for Garrett Crochet, who's on the shelf right now, and Jake Berger.
It's an
tough.
interesting offer.
I mean,
The Cubs would totally be giving up, and he'd be your last pitching piece of the championship team.
to have a fifth starter in Kyle Hendricks, man.
That would help.
Man.
No, that's why I say it might not be enough. I think you might have to add to that.
All right, well, then we'll throw in Gavin Sheets. No?
Gavin Sheets and Berger
And Crochet.
and Crochet.
That
That's a good
Crochet
deal.
hurts.
That's a good
me.
deal, guys.
Crochet hurts
the Cubs.
I'd take the deal.
Boom.
You guys
Come
gonna
on.
shake on that?
Nah, yeah, I would take that if that deal was offered. Sorry, the microphone got in the way.
Oh,
I gave
my
him a
bad.
short. I gave him the short handshake.
Get it together, Rick.
Get it
Get
together.
it together, Jed.
Together.
Let's go.
Let's look at the lineups. It's Effross and Kopech.
I say that
you
every
thought you
day.
were getting Smiley,
I say
but
David
the
Effross.
Cubs mix it up and they said, you know what? We're not going to go with lefties because the Sox kill lefties. Best team
not
in
what they
baseball
said,
against
but,
lefties.
you know, that-
right? I know. He's on bereavement. So the Cubs are sending out Effross as a reliever starting. So he's gonna be a little different look.
Yeah.
and he's been good sidearm.
That's the thing. The White Sox do very poorly versus right-handed starters, and he throws from, according to Cody, like 3/4 on arm slot. So extra bad for the White Sox.
He is the Cubs version of Chad Bradford. Yes.
So I was wondering, does Effross have enough to be stretched out today? What do you think the maximum he'll be pitching today if everything goes right?
I think two innings.
Yeah, 2
Wow.
innings.
Three
That's it?
innings.
But then
You'll
get Keegan for at least 4.
Is he right-handed? He's right-handed too. Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Stop. Throw a left-hander or two, jerks. Drew Smiley, man, I know he's on the bereavement list.
Sean
but
Newcomb, maybe?
find a lefty
I doubt he
so we
comes
can
in.
beat him up.
The only way Sean Newcomb's coming in this game tonight is if the Sox get a 5-run lead. So, yeah.
I mean, this
That's the
game
one
is
lefty.
going to be about the White Sox patience. Effross, is not long for the game. Keegan Thompson has filth. Take a couple pitches. It's cold out there. The ball's going to be hard to grip, and that's the problem with Michael Kopech in his last couple starts. And this whole year, he's walking the yard more than he ever has in his career. So that is the key for White Sox, for Michael Kopech from Texas. Battled this cold. He's at right now walk rate of 12.3, which is the highest in his career. But his expected batting average is one of the best in the league right now. He is at 172. So if he throws the ball over the plate, you ain't hitting it, especially in these damn conditions with the deadened ball.
Right.
Michael Kopech just needs to find a way. He's throwing like 69% of his pitches are just his four-seam fastball. If he can get those across, I know Steven said nice. I'm not a child, Steven. Come on now. If he gets the ball over across the plate, just let the Cubs hit it. Hit it as far as you can. Ian Happ, and congratulations on the engagement. But it's hit as far as you can into the Wrigley sky, and it'll be caught by one of our outfielders.
What's the deal with Reese McGuire catching?
He's, I don't know. Tony likes to play a lot of players and likes to interchange them. And with Yasmani Grandal's knees, he likes to rest them, not put him behind the plate too tough. And Reese McGuire's he's a good catcher. He's a good receiver. He will frame a couple pitches and make them look a little better than they are. So he's a good catcher, but he can't hit worth a crap. But he plays them like an everyday guy. And it's frustrating because he can't hit. And a lineup like that, what we have right now, with Tim Anderson starting off at shortstop, A.J. Pollock playing left field, Yasmani DHing, Jose Abreu hitting fourth, Gavin Sheets playing right field, Adam Engel at center. No Luis Robert today because they want to rest him on these slick conditions, and he's played 4 games in a row after a growing strain. Jake Berger playing third, Reese McGuire catching, and then Josh Harrison playing second. This lineup right there, the first 3, tough. First 4, tough. After that, it's real rough. I mean, Gavin Sheets hasn't hit this year. Adam Engel had a double yesterday. That was clutch. But for the most part, the only player that's hitting in that lineup is Tim Anderson. Jose Abreu's running into some luck or some bad luck because he's hitting the ball hard, but just at people. Other than that, the White Sox need to take their time, especially with Effross on the pump, and then you're going to go to Keegan Bradley or Keegan Thompson. Keegan Thompson. These guys are not long for the game. So the White Sox need to be comfortable and patient, which is not their MO. They're third from the bottom and on base because they don't take walks, and they swing at the first pitch all the damn time. The key for the White Sox, let these guys get themselves into trouble, and I don't think that Keegan Thompson or Effross can throw anything past the White Sox. Just let the balls get deep, serve those balls to right field. That's the White Sox key to victory, winning like 3-2. It's going to be a damp day. Scores will not be big tonight.
Luke, you know what I love the most that Herb just said?
What's that?
Is that he said Michael Kopech's walk rate.
It's huge.
At 12%.
Yeah.
And the Cubs
Suzuki
have
won't be
one of the top 5 best percentages of on-base percentage. Listen, the Cubs, you look at the rosters, I will not sit here and say that the Cubs should win either of these games. They should not. But they know how to get on base, and they know how to make pitchers run their pitch count up. So, and after what I saw from Kopech last week in the cold against, I think it was Kansas City,
the Royals.
He really did struggle in that first inning to command, I believe, the fastball. So, yes, it's going to be very key for him to be able to command his pitches right away. It's early. I think Kopech's definitely really good. I'm not sitting here saying that he's not good. You said 176 opponent's batting average.
Expected batting average.
Good.
Yeah, that's pretty
he's
good. So
you're not hitting him if he's putting over the plate. Not at all.
The Cubs' key here for any kind of success is if they can get Kopech to throw 20 or more pitches in that first inning, that bodes well for the beginning of the game at least. If they can get an early lead with Effross and Keegan Thompson the way they've been pitching, Sox fans are going to learn who Effross and Keegan Thompson are.
And Matt, yes, I am holding a winning ugly pennant given to me by the CHGO Cubs host, Luke Stuckmeyer, right here to my right.
I'm a giver.
Yeah, it's a peace
I'm
offering.
a giver. That's what they call me, the giver.
I have nothing Cubs related to give to you guys.
That's
what do you think of what I said there, Luke?
I would agree with it. I think it's first of all, this is the World Series for the Cubs most likely, right? Like this is their World Series.
Guys, I have to cut in here.
For Cubs fans, this might as well be their World Series.
Super chat I have
Look
ever
at that
seen.
super chat.
Shit,
It's like 50.
huge one.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Can I read it? I want to read it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Jaxo23 super chat. Reese McGuire is better than Zach Collins, and this offense needs to wake up because the White Sox are going to be facing the Yankees very soon, and we will need that offense for that series. I remember the Sox playing the Yankees last year did not go very well.
No, we were, I think, shut out. I think we didn't win a game, especially in New York. Ugh, the boogie down was not good for the White Sox. But Andrew Vaughn did hit a home run off of your man, Aroldis Chapman.
You guys get these kind of super chats all the time? Jaxo23,
that's the biggest I've ever seen. I've watched
literally the biggest one.
I've done
watched
all the
Black
shows.
Hawks.
That's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Like this.
The most always come in for the Bulls post game, but that is the biggest one I've seen out of all these shows. So
Thank you, Jack.
Jaxo23,
in all my years.
man's.
He's getting one extra DJ air horn here.
In all my
deserved,
years,
Jaxo, thank you.
that is the biggest one ever.
I agree. Like, the White Sox should be looking, and I know the record's 9-13 like the Cubs, but this is a disappointing 9-13.
Agreed.
They shouldn't be looking at the Minnesota Twins. They should not be looking at the Tigers or the Royals or the Guardians. Those teams should be in the rear view. I believe by the end of May they will be. Teams like the Yankees, teams like they just split with the Angels, who are currently in first in the AL West, the team like they beat earlier in the year, the Mariners, the Blue Jays. These are the teams that they need to be measuring themselves up against. And this weekend they go to the Bo Sox and play the Carmites, another team they should be measuring themselves against. The Rays, they played earlier in the year. So yes, they need to get the offense going because those are the teams that they will be playing in the playoffs, not the Guardians and not the Twins.
Cody, hit us with
Garbage.
some points bet love after I'd point out that Niren had the comment, the best free comment of the day. He must have canceled his Netflix with a big super chat like that.
Must have.
Oh yeah, they won the corn game. I forgot, Jonah. Every game that was played in New York and Chicago, the White Sox lost. They won the only one that's played in Iowa. I forgot about the corn game. They didn't play well in that game either.
Anyway, I'm taking no one's first inning in this game. I know Sean is on the Sox to cover 1.5. So I'm hoping at least one of those hits, and preferably mine. We placed all those bets on PointsBet, and that's the best way to support CHGO is if you download the PointsBet app. When you use code CHGO when you sign up. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content. You'll even get a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO locker. If you have any questions, email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we'll help you. Remember that PointsBet is your home for live in-game betting. They even have a new exclusive feature, live NBA same-game parlay. For the first time ever, build the perfect live same-game parlay only with PointsBet. Combine your favorite bets anytime during the game. You can even boost your live same-game parlays. And now online sign-up is available in Illinois. If you didn't know, you can actually download the PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. Signing up with the fastest sportsbook is now easier than ever, so you can start living your bet life in seconds. Use code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. So what are you waiting for once the game starts? Don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
I've recognized one more person.
Who is it?
Tom Pachor, Wimpy.
Oh,
Top
yeah.
right corner.
Very nice. See?
I'll tell you what, Wimpy.
Luke,
Mercy.
Thought that wasn't a gift. That's a gift.
Yeah, it is.
Luke, did we go over our lineup at
No,
all?
I said let's do that real quick. We've only got like 3 minutes left. Cubs lineup. First, Contreras not in it.
Awesome.
So they don't have Robert.
Awesome.
Contreras is a Sox killer, not in it. No
That's
big
awesome.
bat flip unless he pinch hits tonight. Fonzie Rivas leading off, playing first base. And Schwindel is actually the DH in this case.
okay
Hap,
with
the
that.
guy we almost traded to the White Sox on this podcast, in left field. Hayward in center. Nico at batting 7th. So he's up to number 7 again. Jan Gomes catching. Nick Madrigal looking very impressive down there right now. Second base.
I mean, I look at
just
that lineup
struggling right
and
now.
I see 2 people that can hurt the White Sox.
Who are they?
Seiya Suzuki and
Yeah.
Ian Happ. They're
So far, that's
back-to-back 2 and 3, and that's
watch
it.
out for Nico
I
Horner.
know every time I turn around my TV, Patrick Wisdom's hitting a home run, but none of those people can touch Michael Kopech. None of them. I'm watching all of them hit home runs. None of them can touch Michael Kopech when he's on. The thing the Cubs will have to do today is draw walks. If you draw walks, you create something, and Michael Kopech will be out of the game before the 5th inning. Then you'll get into the middle of the White Sox bullpen. You don't want to get to the end of the White Sox bullpen because we're doing some things now with Kendall Graveman and Liam Hendricks back. Baby, South Slida is back. But, yeah, walking is the Cubs' best friend today.
He forgot to mention Alfonso Rivas, who's
Who?
playing well right
He
now.
said Fonzie.
I called him
Everyone,
Fonzie.
Sean said it on the bet show. Who? And now
Fonz.
Who?
Herb said it here.
We don't know these players. We don't know them. Hey, you got to.
I get it.
Give me some.
I hope someone's showing this to Alfonso Rivas in
You
the
got
locker
Reese's
room or
Pieces
something.
at catcher. We're not saying anything, you know?
You get respect when you show me
I feel
Alfonso
it.
Rivas.
I feel it. He got a hit off Corbin Burns the other day. So
But you might want to change your
I like
your
his
pick.
chances to get a hit tonight. I took that bet. I also like that Horner's batting 7th, and I'm actually okay that Contreras is in the lineup. I do not like him in his matchup with Kopech. So Jan Gomes hit a homer over the weekend. Keep it going.
Former Windian, Jan Gomes. We used to play him in the Central. I like my guy Alexander Timothy says Nicky 3 strikes. I call him Nicky 200. No, because that's where you're.
Yeah, that's where he's
All
at
right,
right now.
let's do you guys do the click to pick,
Yes, because that's original.
and we do the who you got.
Okay.
Also original. So let's start with your click to pick, and also Sean's. You had
Yaz. I'll tell you what, Yaz hit a home run today.
You can't call him Yaz.
I'm
There's
sorry.
only one Yaz.
All right,
Like them now,
Yasmani
there's a couple
Grandal,
Yaz.
and then Alan Lorenz Pollock for Sean Anderson.
Okay, and then Cody on who you got is going with.
I'm going with Keegan Thompson because he's
Yeah.
about to prove why he should be Chicago mayor tonight. So
He shoves.
he shoves.
Or watch out, that kid shoves. And I'm going Seiya Suzuki because you just talked about winning guys with plate discipline because Kopech's walking guys. Seiya Suzuki will not swing at something out of the zone. Will not do it. And if it's in the zone, look out.
Yeah.
National League Player of the Month
Keegan,
right there.
I've taken a picture.
He was a
tonight.
National League
It's a
Player of
good
the
idea.
Month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rookie of the month.
Oh, I was about to
Rookie
say
of the month.
Rookie of the Month.
Rookie of
Okay,
the month.
cool.
Rookie of the month. My bad. I will say this. I almost went the opposite way, and it almost took Abreu because he kills the Cubs.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I think I have a bet for him to get 2 total bases tonight as well.
Jimbo, I thought the same thing. I was like, Alfonso from the Fresh Prince? Alfonso Riviera is playing for the Cubs?
Oh,
Might
you
as
guys
well.
laugh now.
Might as well. Might as well. I'm talking smack. I don't care.
Keegan Schmiegan.
That-
Come on, Sean. I just gave you guys a pennant.
That lineup and that pitching staff,
All right, man.
I am not impressed.
There.
I hold the White Sox to the standard I said of the Yankees, of the Blue Jays, of the Rays, of the Angels. The Cubs are supposed to be 9-13. We're 9-13 by mistake. If the White Sox lose tonight, they should be embarrassed. This Cub team is not good.
If you lose
we're
2
not
in
good,
a row,
but damn it, we're better.
right?
I don't know if the Cubs are going to win tonight, but I do know that Keegan Thompson's going to show you guys something. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I hope he shows us a fastball down the pipe so we can send that sumbitch down Waveland.
If there's too much trash talking,
I'm sure people will let me know.
I'll let you know.
Too much trash,
Personally.
I'll take the pennant back. I'm not above it.
Not too proud to take it back.
Thanks for checking out the CHGO Crosstown Showdown pregame show presented by PointsBet. We'll be back here after the game, so we hope you'll watch the game and then join us for the postgame
Sean
show.
will be back, too.
Sean will be back.
Vinny, Ryan, Herrera will be back. In a little box right there. They'll be talking after the Cubs lose to the White Sox.
And player of the game, Alfonso Rivas. We'll see you
And
then.
they'll do that dance.